Alright. How's everybody doing up there in the YouTube world? I got a little treat for y'all here. I finally found one. I've been looking for a little while for one of these, and we have here a maytag washing machine here. This is part of our off-grid kind of project here, and this is what I would call kind of half and half off-grid, but really not. But it is. It ended up not coming with this motor, but I ended up seeing the side in the feller's basement there, and I asked him if he would sell it, and he said yes. So I ended up getting that with it too. It's not locked up or anything. It does spin, so that's good. But all these are is basically like a kind of a hit and miss engine there, and pretty cool. This is a Model 31. Here's a Model 31, and does turn over. I've already turned it over, and that's what makes this washing machine pretty much all complete, just about. But I think the only thing I really seen that I'm actually missing is the drain that somebody had actually cut off. All that is a hose, and then it would attach on this top here. That I can replace. It's no big deal. But the agitator, everything turns like it should. So it looks pretty good. We got our maytag right here. This swivels. So that swivels all the way around. Even has the original wheels on the bottom of it. Down there. This turns as well. This is for the agitator there. He just has an on and an off right there. So you just pull this thing off, that'd be on right there, and then you pull it the other way, that'd be off. I believe you can still see remnants of it. You still see a little bit of the maytag right there, then of course it's right there, and then on the side. I think it is a, here's some right here too. I'm not sure what year this thing is. This says February 9th, 1926 on this ringer here, and I'm not sure if that ringer is original to this actual water or washer here. But as you can see, it's just about, I'd say about 95% here. And the maytag right there. All the patents on it. The one that it has is the one that's right here. February 9th, 1926. It has others. It goes up to 1930. So I'm assuming it could be, maybe it's a 1930. I guess a 1930. I don't know. There it is at the bottom there, 1930. But anyway, I bought this to use and to clean up and fix. I have a ringer here. This is the famous ringer where you would take your hand and you catch your hand up into it and roll your hand right up in there. So you gotta be careful with them. But it has off right here. Then you turn it the other way for on. Then it has another way where it reverses them the other way. But this does turn. So that's good. But the motor does turn over as well, the hit and miss motor. So I'm going to take in, somebody had put it on a stand there, and luckily I'm so glad that I saw it there in the feller's basement there, because I'm going to take this motor, I'm going to bolt it back on there, and I'm going to try to get this thing going again. So that'll be good. And then we'll put our clothesline up and we'll be able to wash clothes. And then hopefully I'll get our gas stove here soon, and I'm going to switch out the igniters to a battery style igniter like in my grill, and that will be good to go as well. That way that will basically retrofit it with the battery igniter just like on our grill here. You can hear it there. But that's the next project too, is to get old gas range. Well, when I say old, but I really don't mean old. I just used basically. But anyway, I'm really happy about this. Got some old bell here. That's actually from my family. I ended up getting. I'm gonna hang it up in a tree so you can ring it. And I have some ice tongs I got right there. I got 2 of those. I got a pickle fork, vice grips, 2 sets of wrenches, and then of course the washer. So this was really nice. And I only gave $200 for this whole. Gave $100 for the washer, and then I gave $100 for this hit and miss engine here, which goes with it. So that's good. So. Not 100% sure if that is original to this washer, but I know that will work on there. If I'm willing to bet, I would say that's the original one. Somebody had pulled it off and probably were showing it off, because a lot of people like to show them off, but I want to put it back on there and get it functional again. But that's my plan right now, is to clean this thing on up and use it. Anyway, I hope y'all like the videos here, and it's hard to find videos on these maytags. I might have to post some more on this, but the lid just lifts up like that. Got to be careful with them. I think they're actually cast aluminum, I want to say. So I'll be kind of leery about them shattering. The agitator you can just pull directly out, just like this. This one actually has a part number, which is K1128 right there. And what you have to do to line this back up, if you look in there, it's kind of like a square kind of keyway, I guess you would call it. Putting the light there. Hopefully y'all can kind of see that a little bit. But hold on. There we go. Okay, now you can see it. It's got a square kind of keyway. All you got to do is just line that up with this square right here. That way you know it's seated all the way down. And there's a little pin right here you can knock out right here to pull this whole mechanism off. Which I'm going to completely go through this thing. One thing you want to watch out for on these is, I'm still not 100% sure, but I would say they're cast aluminum. I'm not sure what I guess you would call the tank of it. I would call it the tank of it is made out of, if it's cast aluminum or not. I'm not for sure, but you kind of want to keep an eye out, make sure that there's no cracks or anything. This one, it looks really good, so you don't see anything obvious in it. So, of course, you can always, if it's any type of hairline crack, you can always just take a couple buckets of water and just, dump in there, or take a water hose or something, just to check it, and then look on the bottom, make sure it's no cracks or anything. But some people, they'll take these and they put an electric motor on them. They would convert them. They put an electric motor on there, just a regular 110, 115, 120, whatever you would call it, just a regular, a household outlet. They would put an electric motor on it, so they would eliminate these hit and miss motors, and they would take those and just to eliminate the exhaust fumes, basically. But I'm gonna take this and put back on here. If I can't get this running, which I'm pretty sure I can, unless something really majorly wrong with it, I'll probably end up putting like a Briggs & Stratton engine or something on here. But just got to make sure it turns the right direction. But you would start it, you take your foot, and you would push it down, and you had to. This one's kind of hard to do because the way they got this one 2x4s here. But it actually rotates clockwise. If you notice that, if I push down the pedal there, it actually rotates clockwise there. So. And then once it's running, it'll start, you just take your foot there and just push that pedal all the way up like that. And then you cut it off, I guess you would say it grounds it out. You just pull this back here, all the way back against that spark plug right there, where it's touching up there. That grounds it out and cuts it off. I guess this is the intake right here. Somebody made that look like. Looks like I think it's missing something here. It's got a little chip right here. But I believe that's the intake, maybe. Exhaust, I know, is down here. The intake, I'm pretty sure, is right here. To fill the tank is right here. And from what I've been told, unless something wrong, it takes regular two-stroke oil, because it's basically like a two-stroke kind of. And then it has open, close, and then to start it, you would take and put it on open, and I think put it on close to I guess to close it off. I had to learn a little bit more about these. I guess that kind of works like a choke, but it actually rotates just clockwise. If you're looking at it, it would actually sit in here with this pulley that goes on this belt right here. So, but it does rotate clockwise. So you could put a Briggs & Stratton engine on here if you really want it, but anyway, I'm gonna try and get the original running. If I can't, I'll go that direction. But just take our agitator here and just sit it down in here like this. Just kind of rotate it. You'll feel it go all the way down. It'll be flush against this. That's how you know. You can also turn it as well. You can feel it. There's a slight resistance there. But I want to be kind of gentle with these here. But like I said, these are kind of very scarce now, getting very hard to find. But these ringers here, like I said, they do rotate 360 degrees all the way around. So that makes it nice. So they rotate all the way around. Move it from the wall there. So they do. There we go. They rotate all the way around, just like that. So you can move it to any position you like it. And most people, they would take like a bucket as they're ringing them through one side. They sit it down here on the ground and ring them through, so it would go into a bucket. And then they would fill that up with their rinse water. And then they would rinse them out, and then ring them out again and hang them up on the clothesline. But you can lift this maytag up here, lift this up like that, and then you can actually lift this other part up. Just pull up on that, pull up on this other side. So you can do this one-handed. There you go. Do it like that. It rotates like that. If you ever had to clean it out, it's got little hooks here, as you can see. And this roller here, I had to get these redone. But you can actually check the bearings if you really had to. These spin freely. This one you just lift up like that, and it pulls right on out. So this is one roller. It definitely had to be replaced. This is just a cover to keep the water there. So it will drain back into the washer there as you're wringing it out. It'll drain in here and then drain back into the washer there. With this kind of like a flat, as you can see. Pretty neat, pretty neat. And to reinstall this roller here, you just take and just line this back up here. Looks like a bolt basically, but you just line that on up. That position down in there. You'll feel it. Just rotate it. It's definitely free, so that's good. So some people call it the transmission down here for the washers or the gearbox. I guess you would call it a gearbox. But it is rotating, so hopefully it's not seized or nothing. But we'll look at that. But anyway, I can hold this. You just pull it back like that, and then you would push it down. There you go. And it locks it down. Let's see if I can do this here. Okay. It does rotate that way. That's good. Oh. Okay, that answers my question. It was not all the way down in there. You can actually take and lift this whole assembly off as well. You just grab, it'll actually lift all the way off, just like this. And see if I can get it here. Pause it. Okay, so it'll actually lift off, and this has kind of a keyway as well. And you just line that up with that keyway in there. And then this whole assembly lifts off. There's the flat I was talking about. Just flat basically. As you're draining it, it'll drain the water back into the washer there. So we'll stick that back on here. Well, yeah, you just got to make sure this is seated completely back down in there. And when you hit and yeah, on, which rotates it one direction, and then the other one turns it basically in reverse, and then this one would be off. So we just turn this back off here, just like that. Okay, so it's lined up to off. Now lift this up. Yeah. Now it's free. And turn this back on. Yeah, it's definitely, I don't think it's seized, but hopefully not. But anyway, definitely working, so that's good. Now it's free. Hopefully the gears are not seized up inside of it, but I had to take a lot of that apart as well. And it looks like I got a piece missing there. Yep. That probably goes up inside there. But anyway, I'm gonna take it all apart there and clean her up. And take a look at her there. And hopefully we'll get her going. I don't think it'll take too much. Believe it or not, I will say this. These old washers here are extremely heavy. Very heavy. So I'm not sure what year this one was made. I guess I'm going to say 1930. So I don't know. But anyway. Hope y'all liked the video here. And this is my old maytag. I had to drive about almost 2.5 hours away just to get this. They're very, very scarce now. And the bad part is they had one up at Cracker Barrel and located up there in Cracker Barrel in Waynesboro, Virginia there, and they, or no, not Waynesboro, Stanton. It was actually in Stanton, yep. And they would not sell it. Same as this one, so I had to go out of my way just to get this. So anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll make some more videos of this as well as videos of everything else that I'm doing here lately. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.